Alright, we should be live now. There's always a delay. And we just got Louis D. Was that a renewal? I believe that was renewal. And it's unbroken. What's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Happy 420 for everybody partaking. If you're partaking, hopefully this is a very funny or entertaining stream for you. If you decide to have a good 420 celebration. But how's everyone doing? Hope y'all have had a good first half of your week. Actually, a little bit more than half your week. I would assume most people are done with work or school today. On the West Coast here in the US, most people are off of work right now. So you passed 3/5 of the week, 2 more days left to the weekend. Hopefully you are doing well. What is up? Hey, what's up, Nathan Tasker? Great to see you back for another stream. We do have quite a bit of people in the stream just hanging out pre-stream. I usually get these started like an hour, maybe 2-3 hours before stream actually starts, and the chat gets opened up and people can start slowly trickling in. So we have had a little bit of conversation before the stream officially started, but we have quite a few people here. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out for a little bit, gonna read chat and just chat for a little bit while people get their drinks, get their snacks, make it to stream. I'll give people like a grace period of 5 minutes or so like usual. But we do have Master Singleton. How was my Easter break? So I don't like celebrate Easter in any capacity really. Maybe once I have kids, or once my nephews are old enough, or like once COVID is officially over and there's Easter egg hunts, I'll partake in those for them. But I'm not a religious person, so in terms of Easter and like church and stuff like that, I don't participate. But hope everyone that does celebrate it, like officially, or I guess with the Easter eggs and all of that, hopefully y'all had a great Easter as well. But yeah, morning from Australia. Well, good evening. Yep, 5 p.m. is evening from Seattle. What's up, Mr. Simok? James Watkins, hello. Ryan is eating salmon, rice, and broccoli. That sounds... Salmon, rice, and broccoli kind of sounds like a weightlifter's like generic meal, but hopefully yours is seasoned better than just salt and pepper. Unless you are like dieting or you know, eating healthier for like workout reasons. Elliot says, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not. So I've only met like a handful of Jehovah's Witness people, some of my classmates back in high school. I can't remember which holidays they celebrate. I know some religions don't celebrate any holidays, some don't celebrate birthdays and stuff like that, so there's just too many for me to keep track of. Oh, the mic has been very quiet. Okay, let me check this out real quick. Alright, let me turn this up. I wonder why it was turned down. Test 1 2. Oh, this is the... Oh. Okay, how's the mic sound now? Maybe I'll just put it closer to my mouth. Thanks for calling that out, though, the Beast YouTube. Hey, what's up? Chris from Coalition Gaming is here. Andrew Watkins says, we don't celebrate any holidays as they are man-made. That's true. I mean, holidays are man-made, but there's nothing wrong with celebrating something that's man-made. I mean, you could technically make up your own holiday if it's just a tradition that you want to do, so long as it doesn't hurt anybody, right? Okay, sweet. So I'm glad I got the audio worked out. I don't know, yeah, maybe I actually touched the knob or something, but yeah, thanks Shane for calling that out. Let me see, do I have the media source? Let's see, here we go. All right. Elliot Shio says, can I talk to you? You can talk to me at the stream, or I guess if you DM me on Twitter. But direct one-on-one, that would be a little bit too hard to do because there would be a lot of requests for that. Manny TGM says, first time watching a stream live because you always miss them. Do you miss them because you're in like a way different time zone or outside of the US? Or is it just because like you're in the US but it's an inconvenient time because it's like dinner, or like, I don't know, you have sports or something going on? Farming with Logan says, hey, nerd on a budget, can you please do a cheap, good gaming PC build vid, $700 or less, please? So you can do a $700 build video, or a $700 build if you take my latest video. If you go to the build summary at the end, look at how I got the price down to $800, and then also swap in a 3050, which is the card we're going to talk about first once the stream officially starts. But yeah, Polish and Chris, who got in that accident a few weeks ago, or has it been like a whole month? Man, time just be flying. I cannot keep track. But truck is finally ready from the accident. On my way to pick it up. Nice. Hopefully that was all covered for. Hopefully your rental vehicle, if you did get a rental, was all covered for. What's the point of insurance if they don't watch your back or things like that? Okay, so Manny's. Yeah, so for you, Manny, I stream 8 p.m. every single week. Because it's the same time, Wednesday, every single week. But, alright. So, first off, I do want to do the membership shout out as always. Thank you to all the channel members. I know we do have a handful of them in chat, but yeah, thank you for supporting the channel. Any tier of membership gets you the emotes that you can use during the chat, and it gets you discount on the merch, which I'm wearing some of the merch right now, as well as you get the badges next to your name, which does help me see it easier in the chat, and it's there when you comment on videos too. So that's one thing I do like about the YouTube membership, how they've incorporated all these features not only into the live streams, that you get all this stuff during the stream, but you also get it when you comment on videos too. So it helps me see who the channel members are, and when everyone uses emotes, it's more fun. So thank you to the channel members once again. And let's see. So as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail of this stream, I think this is the first time we see a card actually at MSRP. Correct me if I'm wrong, but every other week leading up to this week, I think graphics cards were still like $20, $30, maybe $10 above MSRP. But let's quickly switch over to here and let's see if this is still in stock. So actually, just yesterday, one of my followers tweeted out to me that this card was going for $230, which was below MSRP. Great value. I checked today and it was $250. It looks like it's still in stock. So let's take a look at this. I'm thinking, like, right now, if we're talking about stuff being in stock at MSRP, this might be the only card. This, the RTX 3050 is a $250 MSRP card. It's in stock. You can get 2 of them, so up to 2 per household. Let's see what people are saying. I don't think we saw the RX 6600 at $330. We've seen it at $360, $370. I don't recall in the previous streams, correct me if I'm wrong though, it ever hitting as low as $330. Did it hit that after rebate? Kevin, can you fact check me on that? But like, this right now looks readily in stock at MSRP. I don't think there is anything else. We're gonna take a look in a second here, but if you're looking for a card, because this actually performs better than a GTX 1070, and depending on the game, a 1070 Ti as well. This is a little bit behind an RTX 2060, which those are still going for a ridiculous amount. If you need a $250 graphics card, this is pretty much it. You could buy a used card and save a little bit of money, but like a $230 1070 versus this 3050 for $250, I'm going with the 3050. You're getting longer driver support, you're getting DLSS, and you're just getting a newer card that's power efficient. Yeah, VJ. Okay, so yeah, EVJ had this on sale yesterday for $230. Unfortunately, they brought the price back up. Today's Midweek Madness Wednesday. Come on, EVJ, what are you doing here? But let's see. We got Anthony Long, who just picked up an Asus 3070 Ti for $700 on Amazon. That's a solid pickup. We've been seeing them go for anywhere from $700 to $800, so very nice there. Hey, it's Joel says, you can get a Quadro M2000 for cheap. It's a solid card. I'm actually not so super familiar with all the performance of the Quadro cards. Joel, can you give me a quick spin up on the relative performance and price of it? Okay, so Mr. Beast YT said, or The best YT says, what do you think about getting a 3050 for a person that does not play AAA games and that does Blender work? Let's see. What card do you have right now? So the best YouTube. Blender has a free benchmark. If you type in Blender benchmark. Hey, what's up, Bridello? Long time no see, I feel. Unless you've been in the streams and I completely missed you. If so, that's my fault. But happy to see you today, Bridello. But yeah, if you go to the Blender benchmark, in my latest video, I ran, so you can download this benchmark. I'll paste it in here for you. But if you want to know the Blender workload performance, get this benchmark, run whatever your current system is. I ran the Blender 3.1.0 benchmark in my latest video. You can see what the numbers are for that. The higher, the better. You can compare the 3050 that I ran to that. I just don't know off the top of my head what you're working with and if it'd be like an improvement or upgrade. You got a RX 660 for when you said you only spent 130. Hey, it's Joel. Is it because you sold off another card, or did you actually pick it up for 130 somewhere, or like on a really good deal? Okay, so let's take a look at what EVGA has though. If we take a look at RTX 30 series family, since we're already here, before we get over to Newegg to look at some of those deals. Yeah, so see, this is the weird Newegg thing. I put it from low to high, but we're looking at water cooling cards, so I'm gonna look at the, I think gaming. Nope, gaming is not the cheapest. Ooh, we do have a 3060 Ti that's out of stock. Dang, that sucks, because this is a pretty good price for it. We saw it the other week for $490, so this is a little bit lower here. This is all they have for the gaming card. So let's look at XC gaming. So I have 250. So then you have a slightly higher clock 3050 here. Let me link this for y'all if you want to take a look yourself on EVGA's website. But if we take a look at this, we have the 250 version. I honestly, so this one has a 1845 megahertz boost, so it's a higher binned card than this one, 1777. I don't think it's worth spending the extra $50 just for a higher clocked version of the card. That's just me personally, but what do you guys think? Asian Mafia 206 says, have you heard / know anything about Seattle Built PCs? Yes, Seattle Built PCs is a local PC boutique shop. Me and them have been DMing. I would say we are acquaintances. I do want to do stuff with Seattle Built PCs. But yeah, very cool startup like PC building company. I'm liking what they're doing. They have good prices. So if you're asking in terms of a recommendation based on what I've seen, I could recommend Seattle Built PCs. Oh, does this one have a backplate? Is that what the difference is? I'm not paying $50 for a backplate though. Oh, are they strategically not posting the picture on here? Let's see. Yeah, so this picture has the backplate on it. But let me see this one. Oh, they're smart. EVJ, you smart. I see what you're doing here. Just happen to not show the backside of this one, but on this one you show it. Okay. Still, I'm not paying extra for that backplate either. Like, I feel like if you're buying an RTX 3050, you are operating in more of a budget realm of like maybe like a $700, $800, maybe $900 build. So, I personally could forego on a little bit of aesthetics. 50 is 1/6 of the price. So it's kind of a big chunk for slightly better clocks. You can always overclock the other one too. I guess I'm curious how much you can overclock this 250 one to get close to this performance. It looks like, I mean, we're only talking about a 70 something megahertz boost clock. So yeah. Have I heard of GeForce Now? Okay, Farming with Logan says, have I heard of GeForce Now? GeForce Now, is that the streaming service, right? Or am I confusing that with one of Nvidia's other things that they have? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, the texture fill rate's barely any difference though. The memory is the same, the memory clock's the same, memory bandwidth is the same. Yeah, so the boost clock and the texture fill rate, we're talking about less than like that looks like 3%. So I would not pay the premium for this. Yeah, even for the higher boost clock, you can manually overclock this. I'm certain you can manually overclock this to hit 1845. Though this one, to be honest, will probably boost a little bit higher too. All right, are these sold out? I can't add these to cart. What's going on here? So now we're moving down. Free standard shipping for EBJ. Oh, I'm not an EBJ Elite member. Is anyone here an Elite member? So for this one, $370 is actually not a bad price at all. We're talking about 40 over MSRP. And yeah, I wonder if this would show if I'm Elite. Is being an Elite member free? Should I sign up to be an Elite? I have bought EBJ parts before. I have stuff that I can put in here. Yeah, so we do have people who are Elite in the chat. Actually, I'm curious if I signed in if I am Elite, because I have registered EBJ products in the past. It's just they were parts that stuff that I bought in the secondhand market. But okay, I need to check out if I'm an Elite member. But if anyone who is signed into Elite, because I don't want to dox myself putting my email or anything here, can you see if this is actually in stock? If so, this would be a great pickup. Raymond Land says 230 USD for a 1080 Ti is a killer deal. Who got a 1080 Ti for that much? That's an amazing deal. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be wouldn't they put sold out if that's the case? But anyways, if we go up, yeah, so it says, I don't know if this is in stock, but we do have another one for more for 390. Okay, no, I think these might be in stock, because if we take a look at the 3060 Ti, here's this one for 440. This one also, you have to be an Elite member, but it's out of stock. So I'm thinking these 3060s are in stock. If you need a card in this performance price range, wait, who was just asking for a $400 or less card? Become an EBJ Elite member. Oh, actually, you might not be able to if you don't have a product to sign up. But 370 right here. How long will the 6600 be relevant or good for? Honestly, I think at least the next 2 or 3 years. It just came out as like a more of a lower mid level card, but I mean, if you're still sticking to 1080p, and you're not playing at ultra settings, I think the card can last you a while. Not every game comes out that's popular and holding people's attention are AAA titles. Like, it really depends on what kind of titles you're chasing playing, right? A lot of people they still play Team Fortress, they still play Fortnite. So you don't need the craziest card for it to be relevant. But if you're like always chasing Cyberpunk, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, AAA titles like that, then yeah, the card's gonna start feeling older quicker. You play 1080 to 1440p, yeah. So 1440p with a 6600, you're really looking at lighter / esports titles. Like, I'm just gonna wait for the 4000 series. I have a 3070. It's a bit of a disappointment. Really, it's rare. Okay, so for 3070, you're playing at 1440p. Yeah, trying to hit 165 FPS at 1440p. I don't know what titles you're trying to play, but I mean, trying to push higher frames is like what's really difficult for even the newer cards. Playing at higher resolutions is fine, but not when it's trying to push in the upwards of like 165 or higher. Let's see. EVJ still has the 12 gigabyte 3080 for 1,000. Yeah, so we'll keep scrolling down. So 3060 Ti's, and then here's a 3070 for 609 out of stock, of course, because that is a pretty good price. Remember, we're talking about 500 MSRP, adding board partner cards usually like 530, 540. So yeah, 609, pretty good. This is also out of stock, so we could look at only in stock, but I do want to see what they have and what they're priced at. So we have a 3070 here for 630 due to high demand. The Notify queue, interesting. So this one looks like it's part of a queue. So we had the lower end cards. So higher, the 3070. I mean, I'm not surprised that it's in high demand, but I figured people would just start going for the lower end cards. when they can't find this, but I guess people are cool with waiting. Yeah, everything else hires looks like there's a queue. We do have a $700 3070 Ti. This is, I mean, we've been seeing this going on for weeks. I don't even remember what the MSRP of this was supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be 60 MSRP. So 3070 Ti was, yeah, okay. So I mean, it was supposed to be 600. I would say 699 is not bad. If you need one like right now, yeah, I would totally point like friends and family to this. If they're building right now, if this works within their budget, I'd say don't really bother waiting. I don't see it dropping lower than MSRP. So it's either going to be anywhere from 600 to 699 within the next few months. Hey, what is up, Swizzy? Happy 420 indeed. Yeah, so as we go down to the more expensive cards, we do see the 3080. This requires a queue. So these were supposed to be $700, right? So 809 is crazy. Like how much the price has dropped within the last few weeks. And this is only EVGA. We'll get to Newegg in a second. But, yeah, this, I mean, look, they have this one. It doesn't say sold out. So I'm curious if anyone needs a card right now and has the budget for it, which is around $800. Definitely check out some of these, like this 3080 10GB model for $789. Pretty crazy. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, as we start going up, we start seeing the cards that haven't really had trouble, like in terms of stock. Like 3080 Ti's have been in stock for a while now because they're so expensive. Like not enough people can afford them. Yeah, 3090s. Okay, so that's EVGA. They're doing good right now in terms of like actually curbing the scalping prices. But now let's take a look at Newegg, which we'll do the same as we've been doing week after week. I'm gonna get the Radeon card. Let's see. Can I look at my... Yeah, we'll take a look at Micro Center as well, because my latest video was Micro Center. But then, let's see. Hey, do I think I should... No, if you have a 2060, please do not upgrade to a 3060. That is a one generation upgrade. I guess I would assume you are going to plan on selling it, but I am not the type of person to encourage people to upgrade every single product cycle. Like, when you buy a computer, I think you should do it with the intent, unless you're doing like super budget stuff. But if you're spending like decently, like a 2060, that was not a cheap card when it came out. It was like $300, right? Like 3 something. I think you should make it last for at least an additional product cycle. So not the 3000 series, but upgrade to the 4000. But the one caveat to that is unless you are upgrading up the product stack too. Now, if you said you wanted a 3070, then I would say that is a big enough upgrade. But from a 2060 to a 3060, I don't think it's incrementally like worth it. If you want to do it, sure, go ahead, sell your 2060, buy the 3060, and pay whatever that the difference is. But I don't think it's really worth it. I don't think you're gonna be that happy with the uplift in performance as much as you would if you went up one more to. I guess a 3060 Ti wouldn't be too bad either. Either go to at least a 3060 Ti or 3070. That's personally what I would do. But honestly, if you can pull up the performance differences, there's tons of benchmarking channels how to run 2060 versus 3060. You can make the call. But I'm saying like you're being more money conscious if you wait to upgrade, or if you make a big enough upgrade to be worth it. Let's see. Wait, is the EVGA RTX 3050 on their website only letting you buy 2? Yeah, there's only a max of 2 that you can buy. They don't want people just buying all of them up to make them out of stock and then reflipping and scalping them. But checking out on Newegg, whoa. So the 6400, we can talk about this a little bit today because this was the new release from AMD, right? So it just released this morning. I haven't even had time to follow the news on it. But let's take a look at AMD's RX 6400. So the release date, do they put the release date on this still? There's 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Okay. Memory interface is 64-bit GDDR6. Do they put? I'm guessing this is like the same for. There would be no way they put 8 PCIe lanes on this. This is also going to be 4, isn't it? Slot size. They don't openly advertise that though. Yeah, so this is the 6400. We're seeing them on Newegg. What was MSRP supposed to be? No, MSRP. So I think the thing about this card is it's more competing in the realm of like a GT 1030, RX 5500, I guess, non-XT. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Tom's Hardware has something about it. Published just 5 hours ago. Yeah, so if you're into like those low, slim office towers, the only thing is you got to be careful. How many PCIe lanes does this have? Do they even talk about that here? Oh yeah, times 4. Okay, so this is very similar to the 6500 XT. So I'm curious because this is noticeably less powerful than the 6500 XT. I wonder if the bandwidth will get saturated or not. So if this is a weak enough card, it may not be an issue. The only thing is, if you're getting a low profile version, I'm gonna assume you're doing like a budget, like, you know, Optiplex or HP Slim Tower type build, that you have like a very limited power supply and you have like no space in the case itself to work with, and you need one of these. If that's the case, I'm assuming that the system you have is also going to be not PCIe Gen 4. It's going to be Gen 3, maybe even Gen 2. It depends how old you start going back. So that's the only thing you have to consider with this. I would love to get my hands on one of these and test it out on older systems to see if there is a bottleneck with regards to that. But so what? These are going for, it looks like 160 right now. 170 if you want the low profile model. Yeah, Master Singleton says, yep, 6400 is 4-lane. And it looks like there's only 2 models available. This ASRock Challenger one and this one right here. See, when it comes to the MSRP cards though, even, it's funny that the RTX 3050 is at MSRP at 250. Because we haven't even seen, I haven't seen, or maybe we did for like a split second there, the 6500 XT reach MSRP, but right now it's sitting at 210 plus 5 or plus $10 shipping, so it's still 10 over MSRP. Like, these, why are these not just 200 right now? Hey, what's up, Olsen? Welcome to the stream. Glad you found it. Yeah, but then we start seeing 6500 XTs go up pretty quickly to 230. Do not buy. I mean, honestly, at this point, if you're looking at a sub $300 graphics card, please skip this. Pay the extra 40 bucks to get this right here. Pay $250, get the RTX 3050. You will be happy in so many ways. But if we keep going down, let's see. So I don't think Newegg has RTX 3050s for under 300. Okay, 3050 right here for 330, which is way too pricey considering you get for EVA at cheaper. Yeah, Intel Gen. Oh, yeah, Intel Gen 2 versus Gen 3, Ivy Bridge versus Sandy Bridge with the 6400 would be interesting. Yeah, let me see if I can get one of these. Let's see. David Ward says, what is a good budget monitor? Honestly, I don't do monitor testing because it requires so much more. Like, in terms of, you have to have the specialized tool to actually properly capture like response rate and things like that. So I can't give you a good recommendation on that. Check out Hardware Unboxed. I'm sure they have a monitor, a budget monitor roundup. They're one of the few channels that is doing like in-depth monitor reviews. I would love to get the tools necessary to do it, because then it could fill the niche more. But yeah, it's really hard. It's not as bad as power supplies, but it's difficult without the professional tools, which aren't even readily available. The 3050 versus the 6500 XT. Yeah, the 3050 is the clear winner for sure. Okay, see, like, this makes no sense to me. Why are we seeing 6500 XTs over 330 bucks? Is this being sold and shipped by Newegg? Yep, this is sold by Newegg, shipped by Newegg. This is kind of weird to see. Like, I wish I had a direct contact at Newegg. I could reach out and be like, hey, what the heck is this price? We do have the 6600 for $340. The MSI mech. Oh no, we have one for $335. So we saw these two the last couple of weeks. They were not this low if I remember correctly. This one actually comes below MSRP. If you need a card right now, this one is $325 after rebate. $10 shipping, but yeah, I mean, we're barely above MSRP. We're skirting the MSRP line right now with the 6600. So yeah, wait, mate or MX8 425, the 6500 XT can't compare with the 3050 if the 3050 is priced at $250. That is correct, and that is what it's priced at. Andre Williams says that's Newegg. I had a 3080 in cart, $699 price. Newegg after tax and shipping is $830. Whoa, tax? Oh wait, that what's shipping on that? Tax should be no more than 10%. I don't know of any state that has more than 10% tax. So that's $70 on $700. Was shipping $60 for you, Andre? That seems really high. Can we get a green versus red mech on a mouse pad desk mat? Yes. So regarding the new merch, which is the shelf on this video, by the way, when you at the bottom of the video is the merch shelf there. But regarding the red versus green mech, I do want to get it on a mouse pad. If I could fill out the design more to like be long, sideways, horizontal landscape, then I would be down to look into desk mats too. But right now, it's perfectly aspect ratioed for like a square, so that would be better suited for a mouse pad. But I might look into a designer to fill out the background to see if we can get it wide. Because then we could do it on desk mats as well. But yeah, I'm looking into it. It's probably gonna be a while. This is, again, I'm all about that quality control. I don't want to put out crap, so I definitely want to do it right if I am to do it. So yeah, thanks for asking about that though. Yeah, so Andre Williams, what is the extra cost? So we know tax is $70, which, I mean, that's not really extra. Everyone has to kind of pay sales tax, so that's $770. So where's the extra $60 coming to? Oh, British Columbia has 12% sales tax? I guess I was just speaking for the US, my bad. But there's a different currency exchange too in Canada, so. Bridello says, I would buy that desk mat for sure. Yeah, a lot of people have expressed interest in it, so I will be looking into that. Let's see. So, I mean, well, I actually just clicked on that. So let me see. I would say between these two, I like the MSI mech look a little bit better. Plus, the rebate makes it slightly cheaper. So let me get this for anyone who's interested. I mean, I think this would be the pickup if you're looking for like a sub $1,000 PC build. This is the move. So let me get that going. Let me get a small Newegg. Let's see, RX 6600 for $325 after rebate. Bam. So I'm gonna pin that for now, and we'll just pin whatever the best card is of like the stream is. That's why you missed NCIX. Never paid tax from Canada. But that was back in the day, right? I think it might have changed now. Yeah, because there used to be a lot of places that didn't used to charge tax in a lot of states. eBay and Newegg included for Washington, but they added sales tax. But yeah, I'm curious what it would have been buying from like a Canadian-based computer store. But let's keep moving on here. Let's see. So naturally what we normally try to do is, ooh, this isn't, let me see. A Ryzen 5 5500, I think we might have seen this last week with the 6500 XT, right? Yeah, it has to be. So that's not that great of a deal. We got the so this was the same 6600 Eagle that we've been seeing for 370. Price hasn't changed there. Oh, Ryzen launch. When did NCIX go out of business, by the way? I do not recall off the top of my head. It feels like so long ago. All right, we're really on the hunt for the cheapest XT here, and it's looking like this one for $440. This is the ASRock Challenger model. So so now we have a $100 price gap between the 6600 XT and the 6600, which kind of makes this one slightly harder to recommend. It's still not a horrible price. Like this 6600 XT right here for $440. I think the cheapest we saw in a previous stream last week was that $390 or $310, or $410 rather. So $440, it's not bad, but I would definitely sway towards the RX 6600 non-XT for more than $100 off if you include that rebate. But NCIX closed in 2017. Okay, December. So that I was like the channel was 2 years old at that point. Micro Center doesn't charge sales tax in Washington. You cannot wait. We'll go to Micro Center. I was gonna say, but can you have them shipped to you? I haven't seen that, but all right, we're done looking at Newegg. We found. Oops, let me go back. What was the cheapest? The cheapest 3060 was on EVJ. So let's take a look at Micro Center, which I think they're still adjusting their prices because Micro Center has been known for the best prices, but I think their RTX 3050s were kind of oddly priced when Scattervolt pointed it out. So yeah, if we look at the lowest price here, so oh man, why is their font so tiny, Micro Center? Come on now. Yes, NPC 1123. We took a look at the 250, 3050 at the start of the stream, but yeah, we're looking here. That same EVJ XC gaming. Actually, which one was which? XC. So one's XC Black Gaming. Okay, but what's the 3553, 3551? Which one is this one? Let's see if they have the information here. Oh my goodness, dark mode. Why you do this to me? What's the clock speed on this one? 1845. Okay, so this is the more expensive one. So Micro Center has it for, they have it for 310. It's going for 300 on EVJ's website. So still better. But if you go to Micro Center and you pick something else up, you can get a combo deal like CPU, motherboard. It might be worth your trip just to get it in person anyways. Yep, for online orders. But see, a lot of the things that I've seen from the Micro Center website is only available for in-store pickup. Let me see if there's a setting. Closed out, hot deals, computers, combos. So yeah, all the graphics cards are only for 11 available to ship. But there's no graphics cards, it's just laptops. Which, I mean, they do have some pretty sweet deals on laptops usually too. Let me see. We have 3050 Ti's. Where's the 3060 laptops at? Where we at? Oh, it's because of my search. Okay, let me take a look at this real quick. Let me just see what they have in general. How much do I think you can sell your 5600 XT for? Honestly, my rule of thumb would be to go to eBay, take a look at the lowest listed 5600 XT, then take like around 10% off of that, because when you sell off of eBay, there's no fees and stuff, and maybe no shipping if you sell it locally. So do that and look at your local area, because you have to use your local area if you're selling it like that, so that you know you're not being placing it at too high of a price. So Yeah, even the crappy cards at Micro Center is for in-store pickup only. But let's go to. Let me set the price. Can I set the price? No, can't set the price. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Advanced filters. Come on. Oh my goodness. So to be fair, Micro Center has amazing prices. They could improve their filtering compared to like eBay and Newegg because okay, I'm just gonna go to 3000 series and then Radeon 6000, which isn't even on here. Really? Very interesting. I guess we're just looking at NVIDIA. Micro Center doesn't want me to look at 6000 series RX cards. All right, so we have 3050. Okay, so then it's starting like this is too expensive. 350, do not pay that much, please, for a 3050. I don't care what model it is. But let's see if they have any 3060s for 390. Yeah, so I think Newegg is beating them on that front. At 3050, yeah, so Micro Center, I think it's gonna take a bit for them to adjust their card prices, because right now I'm not seeing anything that's like mind-blowingly good, like that you can't get from Newegg or EVGA. But you all know what the best deals are from Micro Center is. An i4, what is that? Micro Center's best deals are hands down, like look at this. This is available for in-store pickup, of course. Of course. Otherwise, I would buy so many of these and start flipping PC builds. Now, like this isn't even an F version. This has the integrated graphics, and it is going for less than anywhere else that you could find like a 12400 F for, which normally floats around 170 bucks. Not only that, but you save 20 bucks if you get a compatible motherboard with it. This, if you have a Micro Center near you, you need to build with the 12400 if you have $1,000 or less. Let's see. The 6500, yeah, so let's go. Let me see if I go back and actually find AMD RX. Let's see if this helps find something better. No. Computer parts? No. Is it Radeon RX? A better search term? Nope, we're not getting graphics cards there either. So I'm gonna go do their filtering. PC parts, graphics cards. All right, you said AMD. Okay, yep, we got AMD here. RX series. Yeah, it's funny when you click RX series, they have Radeon 5000 series and Radeon 7000 series on the left here. That's very weird. But if you just go general RX, we can look at what their selection is. So 6500 XTs, they have 560s. These are pretty old. So Micro Center actually has an MSRP 6500 XT. Still not recommended. This is like a single fan power color. Looks like a fighter card. Definitely, I wouldn't recommend that. But if we keep going down, where's the first 6600? That the price of that is gonna tell us like, yeah. So we got 335 here. So not horrible after rebate. 350 here. This is the MSI Armor version. Here's the MSI Mech version for the same 350, also with the rebate. So not horrible pricing on the AMD side, but NVIDIA side, they need to adjust their prices. Shane Eslick says, so Micro Center don't post GPUs at the moment. What do you mean by that? They don't sell these via shipping, but you can get them right now in store. Oh, did I have ship only? No, there's 0 available to ship here. But did I have it ship only for the NVIDIA one? If so, then my bad on that. I can go back to that. Okay, so Andre Williams, if you have MSRP GPUs to sell to chat, yeah, that's a difficult thing. I would say use jawa.gg if you're trying to sell stuff, and then you can link me the Jawa link. Okay, so I've talked about this. Have y'all heard of Jawa yet? I'm gonna be doing a video with them this coming weekend. This, from what I've seen, is hands down the best place to sell and buy PC hardware. Their fees, their buyer seller protection, their discounted shipping rates. Yes, if you sell on Craigslist, through Craigslist or OfferUp and you meet up, then you have to pay no fees. Yeah, that's fine. But if you are looking to sell to a broader audience, a wider range of people across the US, unfortunately this is US only. They're looking to expand to other countries, but they're relatively a new company. Andre Williams, definitely check out Jawa if you have not yet. If you post something for a fair price, you're going to be paying the 3% PayPal fees, the 3.5% transaction fee. That's half of what eBay, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, those all charge 13%. You save more money here, and the community here is a lot better. So if that's what you want to do, we can look at your listing, Andre. But you use eBay. You need the stars on eBay? Dude, if you are into buying and selling PC parts, Jawa, I'm saying right now, is going to be the future. And that's not because the upcoming video is sponsored, because this stream isn't sponsored. But Jawa is going to replace Hardware Swap, is going to replace buy, sell, trade sections of forums. Like this, the way that they've set out, the people behind Jawa are people who used Hardware Swap before and things like that. They saw a need for a platform to sell and buy computer parts, so this is going to be the place to go. So I'm just going to give them this self-promotion, or the free promotion rather, just because I'm really digging Jawa, and you're going to see in this weekend's video why I dig it so much. But I don't want to spoil too much, so we're not going to look at Jawa until after that video releases. But shout out to Jawa. Andre Williams, you have an eBay account from like 2000. Yeah, but eBay takes such ridiculous fees. Sell to your fellow PC enthusiasts. Save more money for yourself. Everybody wins. But yeah, I'm just kidding. If you want to keep on using eBay, for sure. When is Jawa's Canadian launch? So I know Canada is one of the first places outside of the US that Jawa is looking into. It says right there in the frequently asked questions. But I don't know, like, I haven't asked the CEO, like, when is your slated launch? Like, I haven't been given a date. But yeah, Jawa, if it can go international, it'll be huge for the PC community. Hey, Andrew Woodford, thank you for coming to the stream. Have a good workout at the gym. And thank you for the reminder to drink water. Water indeed. Everybody, here's my reminder to you all to drink water. You're not doing as much talking as me, but still, stay hydrated. It's good for you. Just don't drink too much and get water poisoning, you know? Alright. So, going back to the browser. Alright, we're 48 minutes in the stream, so we talked about Jawa for a bit. Okay, let's go. So, and then we looked at these. They weren't amazing. Before we're not getting into the Twitter section yet, so I'm just gonna read chat for a bit. What do people want to talk or look about? Hey, what is up, Mr. Clyburn, aka Joker? No Chin Andy says, I'd like to flip/resell my pre-built for some profit to go for a better PC. No Chin Andy. So you have multiple ways of doing that. What are you thinking? Are you trying to sell in your local area via like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, or Craigslist or something? If you're trying to sell online, please, I beg you, do not use eBay because they take stupid amount of fees. I don't think I will ever sell on eBay again when it comes to computer parts. Like, I'm gonna be selling it on a platform that doesn't take nearly as much fees. But let's see. Master Singleton says, I wish Jawa would set up shop in Australia/New Zealand after Canada. So the more people show demand for it, so Jawa does have a Discord server. If you guys join, they set out you can sign up for Jawa even if you're not in the US, you just can't use it. If you sign up and join their Discord and vocally like say how much you want it in your respective countries, I think it'll put it higher on their list, hearing the high demand for it. Let's see. I've been trying. Wait, this. Insane Lighting says, I've been trying on some Jordans with different fits while having the stream in the background. You just got the Jordan 11 cool grays. Okay, so I'm glad I'm good background noise for you trying to look super fly. Jordan 11 cool grays. How much did those run you for? I know nothing about the shoe scene, but let's take a look real quick. If we're looking at some Jordan, so 11, you said Jordan 11 cool grays, huh? And if I wanted to get them from StockX, the premier place to go for shoes, okay, so like 250-ish bucks, depending on the size, but Drenix says, please help, just built a 12900K with a 3070 Ti, okay, with the 980 Pro, and my mouse keeps stuttering. On desktop, when I move around, the mouse feels laggy. So Drenix has a PC issue. Do you have the latest drivers? Are you on Windows 10 or 11? Honestly, lagging mouse issues. I'm not sure if I've ever really come across that, and it wasn't like a UI issue or like a mouse eye. Cause you can make your mouse have the trails, you know, like the trails following the mouse to make it look like it's like slow-mo. But I've never actually had mouse lagging issues. So obviously to troubleshoot, you want to try a different mouse to rule out it's not the mouse being the issues. Then afterwards, it might be a graphics issue with, but I don't know. That's a tough one. DD12 says Jawa is a good. Yes, it is a good indeed. Drenix is on Windows 10 Pro N. Okay, so I mean, the N designation I don't think would be the issue for that. That seems like a weird problem. What do you think I should do about my old MSI GTX 970 once I end up getting a new GPU? You should sell it. They'll probably go for around $100 once everything stabilizes. That's what they were going for before pandemic drove prices up. So there'll be a good opportunity to sell it for like 100 to 120 depending on the condition of it. Using eBay is basically the only option for selling hardware in UK. Yeah, so, well, have you tried the UK hardware swap? I know it's not super, like, populated. That's why I kind of want, like, I actually really want Jawa to go international, because we need platforms out there that don't take such ridiculous fees. Like, 13%? Are you kidding me? That is so high. That's $130 on a $1,000 sale. Like, what? That's not even including the shipping, whoever ends up having to pay for that. Bad port? Yeah, so all these suggestions that you're getting, Drenix, I don't think it'd be a monitor issue. If so, you would see it. If it was a monitor issue in terms of like seeming like it's lagging, open up a YouTube video and play that, or are you playing this stream via that? If there's no lag via other programs and software or video, I don't think it would be the monitor. The port, yeah, you could try a different port. That seems like a tough one. Yeah, that would be something that you would have to try to Google and troubleshoot, because it could be honestly anything. It doesn't seem like anyone is suggesting a good, for surefire way to fix what seems to be like mouse lag. We do have people throwing off different options, so definitely try all of them. Hey, it's Joel says your 7950 won't sell, lol. So the 7950 is like so old. What are you trying to sell it for, Joel? I'm curious what your listing is. A mistake says I'm going to build a new PC for the first time. Do I have any advice? The advice I have for you is to take your time, watch plenty of build guides, and also how do I say this? Don't be too intimidated by it. Just PC parts aren't as like, they're way more durable than people give them credit for. So yeah, have fun with your first build. Honestly, there's not much more advice I can give than that. I don't know what you're building, but good luck and have fun. Hayes Joel says 80 seats Canadian. Okay. I will forever have to do a conversion. So 80 Canadian is 64 USD. Honestly, for 64 bucks, I would pick that up to build like a $200, $300 budget build. So I'm surprised it's not selling for that much. The 7950 is still a pretty good performing card. It's like between a 950 and a 960, a GTX 950 or a 960, I think. So yeah, for a budget build, it's kind of power hungry, but if you have like a 5 to 600 watt power supply, you should be fine. I'm surprised it's not moving. Drenex says it's 3 AM here and I'm currently on the phone. Okay, you're on the phone. The mouse is connected to USB hub. Okay, yeah, if you're in a USB hub, so simplify the setup, remove anything that's not necessary, and troubleshoot one by one what the issue is. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually on a USB hub with my mouse right now. I have no issues and it's wireless, but it depends on the quality of the hub, depends on the mouse, could be a number of things. So try that. Good job, detectives. The problem is potentially solved. Alright, Drebler Gaming says, what percentage of sales does Jawa take? Jawa has a 3% fee from the transaction platform, which like even PayPal has like a 2.9% plus like 30-cent fee, right? So it's equivalent to like doing PayPal goods and service, and then they tack on another 3.5% on top of that with a max cap of $50. So 6.5% or lower if you're selling like a $2,000 PC. So yeah, check out Jawa, especially if you're selling on eBay. Consider Jawa for PC stuff. And they got that seller protection. I don't know about eBay seller protection. I haven't heard many stories about it, but yeah, when a buyer tries to scam you as a seller and try to say you sent something to them broken, you want protection for that. Yeah, so Jason, RGB swap and Jawa operate within the same space. Honestly, I would love it if both platforms flourished so that we can have like competition, right? RGB swap is developed by like basically one person out of their, like, they did it out of their house starting in the pandemic. But Jawa has like a bigger development team and like a bigger backing, so that's why they're further along. But I mean, I would love to see RGB swap also do well. Like having multiple platforms, like, I mean, we already do that, right? Like I use multiple platforms to buy and sell stuff right now. Craigslist, OfferUp. I don't even use Craigslist anymore, actually. It's mostly OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace these days, but yeah. Gumtree is free. Yeah, isn't Gumtree the equivalent of Craigslist though? And does Gumtree do shipping? Like, do they... So the big thing about any of these platforms taking care of the transaction for you is that you have better protection. Because if you try to do something through Craigslist and you sell and use PayPal, if you get screwed over and PayPal doesn't get you your money back, like you're done. Your money's gone, which people have shared their stories and I made videos on it. But so that would be the difference why they take a fee, because they gotta keep their lights on, right? Let's see. eBay fee rates for electronics are more around 12% is what it cost me last time I sold something on there. eBay, doesn't it hit you with the end of the month fees too? They hit you with the fees up front. And I could have sworn, and no one can confirm this for me, but I swear eBay took such a big chunk from me that I would never want to sell on there again. They take that initial fee, but then at the end of the month, they tally up everything you've sold, and they take another fee. I don't remember what the exact term for it was, but maybe I just need to sell something on eBay and take a loss just so I can report on this, because it's horrible. Okay, so we're about 1 hour in the stream. Right now is the moment. If you want me to look at your setups, if you want me to look at any PC part picker list, if you want me to look at pre-builts from any seller, if you want to just say hi, you can do that too on the Twitter post. If you picked up any of my merch, I will show your post even if you post late. People who are repping merch and send a picture in, I will look at your post. But yeah, right now, get to Twitter, Instructions are in the description. Please have as much details as you can if you are asking a question, like your budget, what you're using your computer for, or whatever. What else? What else am I asking from you guys? Yeah, I think that's about it. So let's check that out. If we see setups this week, I will be roasting them. Remember, we're gonna be roasting because people wanted me to roast the setups this week, right? So let's see. If you don't have Twitter, Twitter is free to sign up for. It's just the easiest way for me to do this. Yeah. Sorry. No end of the month fee on eBay. There's a store fee if you have one. They have been increased fee amounts on specific categories. Okay, so I wonder if that's what happened, because the last time I sold on eBay was like in 2017 or 2018 during the first crypto boom. And maybe they took initially like 10% and then they charged me end of the month fee later. But now that they're at 13%, maybe it's all covered. So maybe I'm gonna just go sell something on eBay and check that out. Okay, so yeah, I saw that message. Evil Danny tonight. Yes, we will be evil. And when I roast the setups, even if they're nice setups, I'm gonna try to still roast them. I'm gonna be nitpicky, and I'm gonna be trying to like playfully mean. How about that? James S. Okay, so while we're waiting, we're gonna let people roll in with the stuff right now, but let's go to offer up. Someone's asking, what is the 5500 XT locally to me? What the price is going for? Honestly, I don't have faith in my local market right now. People are still selling for stupid amounts. So if we go, we're not paying more than 300 for this thing. Honestly, we're gonna pay way less. And no one's gonna sell for less than 100. So we're going. Wow, there's no search results. Why did 5700 XT come up? I wanted to search for 5500 XT. Here's one. 165 bucks. This is in Florida. It's ships only. This is from someone who has no profile picture. Has been a December for 2. It seems like a scam account. Nothing is wrong with it. I have just upgraded to 2060. Had it for 6 months. I decided perfect. Have box. Yeah, if you could pick this up locally, I guess this wouldn't be a horrible price. But what the? This was last updated 7 months ago. It's probably not even there anymore. So yeah, it doesn't look like I have any 5500 XTs in my area. Unless, what is all this crap? Like, seriously, this is why I don't like a ton of these other platforms. I'll take the pricing off of it. But in toys, why are we in toys? Come on. 5500 XT. We got one in Granite Falls for 235, rip off. 300, rip off. 300, 5. Oh my. What are these people smoking? Are you kidding me? $510? I mean, they're a legit seller. We can see it. Member for a long time, 14 sales. You trying to sell this for 510 bucks? Who are you trying to rip off? Get out of here with this garbage. So yeah, 5500 XTs in my area. Not really that good. Honestly, I don't know of anything. Let's see if we can find any RX 6600s, which we can get on Newegg for 330 bucks. Let's see if any people are being reasonable about this. Is there anything under 350? We got someone selling for $300 in, is this Maryland? This seems like a legit account. Nice. Unopened. Cash app only. Huh. That might be legit, but who knows. This one's in Texas for $350. Member since July 2021. Zelle or cash only. I ship. But they're doing cash only, so I'm guessing this one might be legit. So yeah. Right now, it just seems like the better option is to buy from the online retailer still. The secondhand market, especially if there's no like price correction or enforcement. Jawa has price, they do enforce the prices. They're not the best about it, but I talked to the CEO, they're gonna improve it. Anytime someone posts something that's like very scalpery, they message that person and say, hey, can you adjust it? Because this isn't what we want the platform to be about. But yeah. Okay, so let's see. Joe Panico says, I sell on eBay and overall my fees have been 31% on average. Yes. So that was the fees that I was familiar with when I sold on eBay. When I sold my like 2 to 3 graphics cards, at the end of the day, it was like 30%. Now, again, this could have changed since 2018 or 2017. I'm going to look into selling on eBay again, and I'm going to have to take a loss. But we'll do it, and then I'll get it answered once and for all. Okay. Shane Eslick says, Gumtree has PayPal integrated, and Australia Post has free tracking on parcels. Okay, so yeah, I think the difference is, Shane, Gumtree seems like a really good platform, and if you can use that to sell, and I know Techia City, Brian from Techia City uses Gumtree. If it has PayPal integrated, and because you've told me that Australia is very good about like anti-scamming and like protecting people's monies and stuff like that. The US, I can't say the same about. People getting shafted on Cash App, Zelle, all these other platforms, and not getting their money back. Like, there's so many scams going on in the US, and honestly, the police and like the banks and financial institutions, they can only do so much to get your money back. So that's why in the US in particular, something like Jawa or a platform that has buyer and seller protection is very important. But in Australia, it seems like you're already pretty much set with Gumtree. Though I'm curious, I think you would still want like something like Jawa to exist in Australia though, because you will have a much larger selection of parts and sellers worldwide. But that comes at a cost, right? A slightly higher fee. Okay, we got Kevin Go with the 6700 XT for $530. Let's take a look at that real quick. So we have this right here that was just posted by Kevin. I'm pretty sure this is the lowest we've seen these. Last week I think they were floating closer to 600. So what was the MSRP again on this? So these were supposed to be, okay, that's not right. What is Google smoking? 480. Okay, so 480 right now is going for almost 50 more, so very in line. Though something like this would be considered a better value per dollar, because the $50 is less than 10% of the total cost if you look at it percentage wise. But okay, so we've been chilling in chat for a bit, hanging out. Let's take a look at y'all's submissions. Let me refresh this real quick. We're gonna go down starting at 6 p.m. Okay, right here. So this is from Andrew. Okay, so my question is, are you Andrew or are you Nick? Because your @ is Nick0095, these random numbers, but then this says Andrew. This confuses me. What do I call people? Which person is this in the chat right now? Okay, so I picked this build up on Marketplace. I'm guessing Facebook Marketplace for $400. We got an i7-5930K, so a little bit older, 6-core processor, NZXT S340, one of their old school cases. An X62 280mm cooler. Okay, got it. 16 gigs of RAM. We got a 1080 Ti, yo, and Windows 11. 750 watt PSU. This is super clean. Who is selling this for $400? This is such a good pickup. First of all, congrats. I'm not really gonna roast this because this isn't like a setup. This is just a pickup. But who in their right mind would sell the 1080 Ti alone? Price check. I'm thinking it goes for $350 right now. That's just off the top of my head. Random guess. 1080 Ti. So we look at these. I'm thinking $350, but we'll see if they've lowered in price. The lowest one that is in $400 actually, or best offer. Everything else is parts only. So yeah, the card alone goes. I'm not saying it's worth $400. Honestly, I would say $350, $300 to $350. But still, you got basically the whole build in the graphics card, like itself. Everything else kind of came for free. Which, granted, it is a little older. This is DDR3, right? But still, you got a solid power supply in there, solid cooler. Case isn't too bad. So very solid pickup. Very, very nice. Someone's woman saying, choose me, not the games. Yeah. hopefully it's something as funny as that, and not like, sometimes people do sell this as a result of like someone passing away or like having to pay bills because they're like in debt. So hopefully there's a happier story behind why this was being sold for 400. But very nice pickup, Andrew. Very nice, very nice. All right, PC part picker. So we have Ultra Urchin YouTube Alt. Here's my build. I have issues recording any upgrade tips. My GPU is from a pre-built and isn't on PC part picker. Okay, that's fine. So we're not looking at prices, we're just looking at what your current build is, and you're having issues recording. Okay. PC part picker, why you do this to me every time? I gotta prove I'm a human. All right, and they're choosing boats again. Yo, when are they gonna switch to the trains? We've done the buses, we've done the boats. I'm trying to pick some trains here. Okay, so let's get in here. There have been 1080 Ti's on EVGA stock for 350 on midweek madness, which we didn't even check. Let's see if we can find real quick before we go back to that one, because I'm curious if there's any great deals here. All right, graphics cards. We're gonna have to be into the $100 territory. What do we got? What do we got? We got 1060s for $179. That's too expensive. They're dropping in price. You can get 1060s for less than $150 right now. So don't pick up any of these 1060s. That's the capture card I have. We got a 1060 for this is a mining version, it looks like. There's no display outputs. Okay, that's fine. We got RTX 3050 for... Okay, this is the higher clock version. Wait, are we... Yeah, we are looking at B stock. So it's just funny how they're listing this for only 20 bucks less. Like, you would think there would be a bigger discount for B stock. But anyways, 2060 for 340. Okay, so it doesn't look like any of those 1080 Ti's are still around. But that, yes, that is a very good 350. That would be a solid pickup. Okay, so this is your system. You're having trouble recording. Which person's name? Okay, Ultra, are you in chat right now? Ultra. Did they say who they were? Just because I think we need some information. Okay, Ultra Urchin, there you are. I see you in chat now. Okay, so this is your build. You have a Ryzen 5 2600, and the graphics card that you have is... Well, where is it? I thought we just saw it. You have the RX 580. Yeah, okay, you couldn't put it in there. I believe the RX 580 has... What are you using to record? You're having trouble recording. What games are you playing? I'm guessing you're playing at 1080p. AMD, if you get OBS and you just put simple like encoding settings and you use AMD's encoder, I would think that you should be able to record your gameplay, unless you're just playing some crazy like Cyberpunk or something that's killing your system. But yeah, I guess I think you should be able to record with this. But you ask, what should you upgrade? Yeah, you are using OBS. Okay, that's interesting. So when it's recording, it comes out like stuttery, I'm guessing. If you've already tried both the AMD encoder and X264 with your Ryzen 5 2600, and for whatever reason it's still, because this is a 6-core 12-thread processor, I would imagine it depends on the title you play, I guess. If you're playing something that's totally killing both of the parts, yeah, I could see it having issues. I would say the bigger performance that you're gonna get from doing an upgrade is gonna be the graphics card for sure. If you can pick up a 3060 or 3060 Ti, get yourself the NVENC encoder, that'll make recording smooth as eggs. But also, it'll give you an uplift in performance, which isn't too badly paired with the 2600. I'm not gonna recommend upgrading your 2600 because I'm assuming you have limited budget. Obviously, if you had enough money, you could do both. And if you could do both, then yeah, you would go up for this one to like a 5600 or 5600X. But assuming you can keep this, you can still get good gaming performance upgrading to a 3060 or 3060 Ti, and you can use the NVENC encoder to record with it. So that way you only have to upgrade one thing. But if you're gonna upgrade 2 things, you have extra money, yeah, grab a 5600 or 5600X, depending on what's on sale. Everything else, we have 16 gigs of RAM, that's fine. I've used plenty of systems, recording, streaming, 16 gigs is not an issue yet. Everything else in your system does look fine though. Yeah, your 500 watt should be good enough for a 3060. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. And you only play Rocket League or Fortnite. Yeah, so I'm surprised that you're actually struggling with your system right now, but okay. Hopefully that helped. Now we're gonna look at Drenix, who is in chat. Okay, let's take a look at this. The PC I built for a friend. This has an i9 12900KF. We haven't had any setups yet, but I may be able to roast this one. Mobile Z690 Tomahawk, 32 gigabytes of RAM, DDR5. Wow, I'm curious how much the DDR5 cost. 3070 Ti, Cooler Master TD500, okay, 750 watt gold, 1 terabyte SSD, and you got a Be Quiet silent loop too. All right, let's look at this build. What can I roast about this? Dang, you're making this hard. I gotta grasp for straws here if I'm gonna roast this one. Is this gonna stay as just to be quiet? Are you really just gonna... They're giving you the option right here to put whatever you want on this LCD screen, and we're really gonna just promote them for free. Like, you can put whatever image you want here, and you just kept as the default be quiet. Tis tis. Points off there. Happy? Okay, and then what else do we have here? I mean, come on. We're talking about a 12900 build here. Z690 board. You got DDR5 in the system. Can we not afford a rear fan here? Like, what is this back here? You should be able to afford to fill this case out. We got these fancy RGB fans. We got this 360mm AIO with the LCD. Expensive. This build easily is pushing $2,000+, and we can't even afford a $7 fan to throw in the back here. Like, come on, what is this? What else? Let's see. Okay, I think honestly that's all I can come up with. To be honest, this build is very clean. It just looks a little bit odd without the fan in the back. I'm curious about the DDR5 choice. I mean, your friend, money must not be an issue with your friend, because I don't know many people going to DDR5, let alone like an i9. But yeah, it's obviously a solid build. It'll perform well. But that was my roasting for this one. Where did I post on Twitter? HDM28. Look in the description of this stream and you will see what to post or how to post to Twitter. Alright, so thank you for the submission, Drenix. Hope you enjoyed that roasting. Alright, the best YouTube, or YT. I'm not sure that even stands for YouTube. I just keep on thinking that. Here's my build. Tell me anything I should change. I do not play AAA games. I do Blender for work also. I record and stream a lot. Alright. So, okay, you got the 5700X. You already... Wait, what? When was that 5700X release date? I think I'm mixing that in my head. Yeah, that's the one that just released this month. So, I wasn't... You already have this? Or are you about to build it? Here's my PC build. Tell me things you changed. Here is my build. So, I'm not sure if you've already built this, but maybe you're about to build it. But taking a look at this, so you have the 5700X, the V-True V5, Arctic Silver, okay, B550M motherboard, no case, anything you should change. You are not gaming, you're doing Blender workloads. So, I'm, like, I put the Blender benchmarks in the benchmarks just as a reference for, like, the very niche amount of people that actually need it. I've never actually done a real rendering using Blender of a graphics card versus of a graphics card versus the CPU. So I would have to look into it more, but the 3050 as a baseline, if you don't game, this is like the cheapest new graphics card you can get. So 240, that's solid. When you do, like, is this a PC that you use for like your professional work, or is this like a hobby thing that you do on the side? Because depending on what the render speeds are using an RTX 3050 versus like a maybe a Ryzen 9, I would maybe say that going to a Ryzen 9 with like the crazy high amount of threads and core count might be more beneficial. I know it's a lot more expensive, but off the top, I can't make a recommendation based on my lack of experience using Blender itself. And you're doing it as a hobby, so okay, maybe as a hobby, a Ryzen 9 might be overkill. But yeah, I would definitely look into it. I need to actually get myself caught up on that, so I'll be looking into it on my end as well. And if I find anything, I'll respond back to your Twitter post. But yeah, it's hard for me to make a recommendation. Everything else, otherwise, doesn't seem too bad. I mean, you could go for 32 gigs of RAM, but that would be like the only thing. Everything else looks pretty solid. So yeah, sorry I couldn't be that much more help on that one. But alright, let's move on. Alright, we got Anthony Tran here with the i9 build. Oh, what? Did you delete it? Anthony! No, Anthony deleted it for whatever reason. Why? We can still see it, but maybe it was resubmitted. Anthony, did you resubmit this or something? Let me know, because I can come back or look for it. Okay. Master Singleton, what are your thoughts on this article, as no one in tech YouTube space is talking about the elephant in the room? Alright, so it looks like we might get a little bit political here. Russia's attacks on Ukraine halts half the world's neon output for chips. Oh, no. Half the world's outputs? Okay, let's see. I gotta read on this because I'm not super well versed. If you guys want to read this, I will post it here. Okay. Two leading suppliers of neon, which produce about half the world's supply of key ingredients for making chips. Really? So Ukraine, the suppliers in Ukraine is responsible for half of the chips in the world? As Moscow sharpens attack, okay. Ooh, okay, so 45 to 54% of the world's semiconductor grade neon, critical for lasers used to make the chips. Okay. I'm skimming through this just because this would take a really long time to just read out loud. But so the neon's used for the lasers, okay? Chip reach. Okay, so I'm not sure in terms of like the technicalities behind it. I would think that hopefully if it's used to make the lasers, if the existing I guess like manufacturing plants and like the existing tools already are in, like, have already been made, hopefully this doesn't affect anything coming into the summer. Let's see, stoppage cast the cloud override output of chips already in short supply. Yep, so we've had short supply since coronavirus. Very widely stock chip makers keep on hand. Production could take a hit. Okay, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure how much this would actually affect the prices of things, because I guess are the lasers that the neon is used to make these, do those go out within a short amount of time? Like, do they constantly have to renew or like replace them? Because if the tooling that's already in place can still work, then this might be a short-term problem. However, if it's a constant flowing thing where they constantly have to, according to this, like replace the lasers used to make the chips, then that could be a big issue, which means right now you should probably build and not keep waiting for the prices to drop. I'm gonna have to definitely look into this more, but this is very interesting. Yeah, so I'm thinking this is something that might affect things down the line. Nothing in the short term, and we don't know how long the war's gonna go on. But I could see this being a problem. I think people just don't want to speculate is the only thing. Because when you speculate, you start causing like mass hysteria. People are gonna be like, oh my god, I need to buy everything right now. Everyone's gonna buy in stock. People aren't only gonna buy. Think about it like toilet paper. When the toilet paper thing happened, was it really because there wasn't enough toilet paper being produced? Or was it because everyone started buying 10 freaking totes of toilet papers, right? Like, people are also unnecessarily stocking up on things. So, if this was like a huge headline and everyone was reacting because of it, it could cause people to unnecessarily, especially people who buy and flip, and like people who aren't individual like home builders, but instead they're like, let's say they have a business selling PC parts, they're gonna buy up all the stock and then we're gonna be screwed. So yeah, I don't know if this is that big of a problem yet. This is definitely something to keep an eye on, but yeah, apparently we haven't seen how old is this article? We haven't seen the effects of it. This was a March 11th article, last updated a month ago, so this has technically been known for a month and we haven't seen any like drastic increases in prices. So I'd say I'm not too worried. Andre Williams says, I bought a bidet then. I've had a bidet for years before the pandemic, so I was ready to go once pandemic hit. People were hoarding TP instead of things like fruit. Well, you can hoard TP, right? TP can last you like a year or two, whereas fruit goes bad in like 2 weeks, 1 week maybe even. So yeah. Yeah, the toilet paper buying showed everyone who are the people full of crap. Okay. So for the next one, thanks for the submission though, Master Singleton. Definitely something to be aware of. And that article is a month old, so it's not like new news. It just seems like it doesn't have as much coverage. How do you think I can sell this build? HP Pavilion, 1650 Super, Ryzen 5 3500, 16 gigs of RAM, everything. Okay, so this is one of those HP proprietary pre-built that has like, I think usually has that green light on it in the front. But 1650 Super 3500, how much you could sell this for? I mean, this is looking like a roughly $400-ish build. SSDs together is about $70 plus another 60 for RAM is like 130. Plus this is like 100, so it's 230. Plus this is another like 120 or so. So that's 350, and then plus everything else. Yeah, I'm thinking like 400, maybe 450. But the proprietary part of it is what makes it not worth that much. Like the motherboard kind of sucks usually in these, and the power supply sucks, and the case kind of sucks too. So yeah, I'm thinking like 400-ish. All right, so that was chips. So we got setup review, Max H. All right, now we can get back to the roasting. Setup review. Max did not post any of the specs of the laptop or the case, though I can see right here what graphics card is that. It looks like a GTX, so it says GTX 6. I mean, is that like a 690? It's definitely an older card. We do have the Corsair 220T. I like that case, but if you look at your setup yourself, we've got no cable management going. First of all, your desks aren't even the same height. How do you deal with this? Like, especially if you're using your keyboard and your mouse over here, or are you using your mouse? Like, seriously. Okay, the keyboard's in front of you. The way that Max has this setup is keyboard in front and mouse not next to it, but mouse like straight up on the side. Like mouse is back here, it looks like, on the higher desk. So we got some mismatched desks here. We've got like no cable management, honestly. Like everything could be bundled up, hidden back here. This power strip, you could drill it. Usually these on the back of them, you can on the back of these, they have a thing with a slot where you can screw something into this. This looks like an IKEA table, so it is that honeycomb crap that doesn't screw that nicely into. But they do. You can get the IKEA Signum rack for this IKEA desktop. I'm pretty sure this is an IKEA table. I can tell by those cylindrical legs. So you can't adjust the height of this. Kind of sucks. This is adjustable, but you can only bring it up. You can't bring it down. So you got mismatched heights. You got mismatched colors. This build... Hey, is that me right there? You're watching me on your laptop. You couldn't even... You couldn't even put me on the main big screen. I can't even get your full undivided attention on the main monitor. You gotta do me like that and put me on the laptop? Okay, what else we got about this? I mean, I can just tell, yeah, the system looks pretty old. That looks like an old school Ripjaws kit of RAM. This is like the Ripjaws, I forget what number they were, like Ripjaws 4 or Ripjaws 5 or something like that. Yeah, so this is like an old DDR3 platform, it looks like. What else we got here? This mouse pad, it looks like it's starting to curl up. Time to replace the mouse pad. Here's your build from the side. A better look at it. Okay, yeah, so it is a GTX 680. What else we got here? What is this? Why does this look like plastic still? Y'all seen this? Does this look like plastic is still on this fan on the side? Or is it just a reflection off of this fingerprint? Oh my goodness, the fingerprints on this. How did you also get your fans to be all different colors like this? I'm curious. This is not RGB software. Your motherboard is so old, you don't even... This won't have RGB headers on it. These must be fixed colored fans if I had to guess. Because it would be difficult even with RGB software to set individual headers to be different color LEDs. I think we got literally an orange fan, a yellow fan, a green fan. This one doesn't even, these two don't even look like they're spinning for whatever reason up here. Like you can tell the motion in these ones. I can see the fan blades not spinning here, so I don't know what's up with that. Your graphics card is old, it's not supported anymore, so let's see what else. It looks like you got an Apple Watch though, so you got enough money to spend on an Apple Watch, but not to show love to the PC or your desk. Got it. Got it. Alright, am I being too harsh? Let me know if I am. Alright, is Max in the chat? Oh yeah, so generic woodworking channel. You taped the fan. Okay, so I did see that correctly. Yeah, so this could use a wipe down with a microfiber cloth. Let's see. I mean, other than that, roasting aside, I'm always gonna finish it off nicely. Honestly, I think this PC is pretty cool in that it's using older components. Yeah, like, I mean, I always love seeing older components. So, yeah, thanks for the submission. You could use some... Oh, you do have a PC down here on the ground, too. Looks like a pre-built tower. Maybe an Optiplex or something like that. But, yeah, just cable management for the most part is the biggest issue. And if you can somehow raise this table to get it same level... Wait, your generic woodworking channel. You should be able to woodwork a new desk that's the correct height. But, yeah... Thanks for the submission. That was fun to do. Oh, the Corsair AIO had 0 fan mode. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's weird though. Like, actually no. I guess if you're not using anything, usually the CPU does run pretty cool if you're not putting any load on it. So yeah, that makes sense. Good point. Good point. All right, so we're going back to we got Z-Lol. It's me, Everardo, from stream 2 or 3 weeks ago. I have updated my dream PC I linked. I want to let you know that this is still not finished product. Okay, so this is your dream PC. We're not going to spend too much time on it because it's your dream PC. You're not going to buy it yet. But you have a Ryzen 9 5900X, IQ H150, the Crosshair 8 motherboard. I just read my Roman numerals there. That's the correct one, right? I don't remember off the top of my head which Crosshair version they're on and which platform they are, but I'm assuming PC Power Picker does that compatibility thing. So then you have 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabyte drive here, 1 terabyte, okay, 3070 Ti. Yeah, I mean, not much to say here. It is a high-end, expensive build. Thanks for the resubmission again. Though I don't remember what the problems were last time. But SMD, respectfully. Okay, so SMD, if that... Oh no, you deleted your post. Why? Why are people deleting their posts? It makes me sad. Okay, insane lighting. You're running a 2013 first edition PS4. 2013, I think I bought the second edition for GTA, but hooked up to a MSI 144Hz monitor. You got an L-shaped desk, pop figures, and LEDs taped on. I got the Razer Huntsman. Okay. TKL TE with, that's a tournament edition, right? The 10 keyless tournament edition with a Corsair mouse and a SteelSeries large mouse pad. Also the rest of my room. All right. First of all, I can't see half of the things in your setup because apparently you can't afford light bulbs after buying this setup. But I digress. Here's your Funko Pop. See, if you didn't buy as many Funko Pops, you could have bought lights so you could light your setup so we could see what the heck is going on. But let's see. Let's see. So you got your big Funko Pop collection here. Funko Pop collectors. I know Funko Pops aren't crazy expensive, but over time they get expensive. Also, what's the resale value of these? Can you at least sell them and recoup the cost, or have they like gone down in value? Are these like the next Beanie Babies? No, but going back to your setup. So it looks like you do not have a PC. You're just let's see. So you have your console. You gotta wait. Can the PS4 even run higher than 60 frames per second? Don't you need like a pro version or something like that? So what's the point of a 144Hz monitor? Do you have a computer? And if so, why did you not post it here? Dude, the lighting in your desk is very dark. Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you crap. We're roasting here. It usually things look better when it's dark, though. Usually when things are dark, what you need are I was about to say LGB. RGB strips to light it up. You do have some RGB-ness going on. You have some back here, but normally people have a little bit more than this because it still looks kind of dark. I see some LED, some RGB strips on the reflection of this monitor. It looks like at the top of your wall behind you. But let's see. No, you have a laptop for schoolwork. Oh, that has 144 hertz support. Does that have a graphics card? Like, why does that have such a high refresh rate support? But otherwise, this is a corner desk. Not too bad. You're playing Fortnite. I freaking hate Fortnite. I hate benchmarking Fortnite. It is the worst optimized game, I'm pretty sure, that in my benchmarking suite. And just like in general that I've come across. Even worse than like Cyberpunk. The frame drops in Fortnite, even if you have a good PC, is so bad. But you're playing it on console, so I'm curious if it's better optimized there. Other than that though, you're gonna break your neck if you actually use this TV up here. Because I'm assuming you're using this from your bed or something. Because if you actually use this while you're sitting at the PC, you're gonna be looking up like this. And you're gonna have neck problems at a young age. But thanks for the submission, by the way, though. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy that roasting. All right, next up we got Nova. Nova says, what should I get to upgrade from my R5 2600? And you have a GTX 615 paired with it. It seems like it's bottlenecking in games. Indeed. In this system, the 1650 is going to be the bottleneck. You could get a RTX 3050 from the EVGA website that we saw right here. 250 from EVGA. Has this sold out yet? Let's see. Come on, let's see if it's in stock. Oh no. No, it's in stock. You gotta be an elite member though. But, oh no, you don't even have to be an elite member. It's just free shipping if you're elite. So yes, this $250 RTX 3050 with your R5 2600 would be a perfect pairing, Nova. Hope that helps. Alright, moving on to the next one. We got Wadi 14, your setup. Pre-built except for the graphics card. You got Dell Optiplex 7020. What do those even look like? There's so many Optiplexes that I do not recall. Okay, oh, you got one of these. Wait, 7020. Are they... It looks like more... So... You probably don't have the small form factor one. It looks like they came in both small form factor and the Chubbs one. But you got that Dell Optiplex. You got 32 gigs. That's a lot of RAM. 32 for an Optiplex system. You got 1050 Ti, and it's got a 4790, which starting to show its age. This is 4-core, 8-thread. Gets outperformed by like a 10100. and you have a 240 gig SSD. You want to upgrade, you're scared to buy parts due to being scared of incompatibility. Okay. Waddy 14. You do gaming, video editing, file transfers. For this system, you're not really going to have an incompatibility issue because my recommendation, I don't know how much budget you have to work with, but I would not recommend upgrading this system anymore past what it is. You're maxed out on RAM for the most part. You've got pretty much a maxed out CPU in here. There are better ones, but it's not going to be worth the money. It is time for you to do a platform upgrade, but because you're going to be doing a platform upgrade, you're replacing everything except for what looks to be your graphics card. Yeah, I think you're going to be replacing the power supply. If it's the original OptiPex power supply, you're going to have to upgrade everything. You're going to go up to a DDR4 platform. Either you can go Intel if you want to kind of keep it a little bit budget. I would say like Intel i5 10400 build. Get that. Get a B460 motherboard. You know, get new DDR4 RAM. Get a new power supply. You can keep the graphics card for now. You're gonna need a new case. You can bring over the hard drives. But yeah, there's no more upgrading this. It's just a complete revamp of the system at this point. This is too old to consider like actually upgrading. So hopefully that helps. In terms of where to start, look up i5 10400. If you have more money to spend, I say i5 12400. Andrew Watkins says, 4th gen goated, always in my heart. I mean, the 4th gen was good for what it is. When I started the YouTube channel out, I was on the 4690K. So yeah, I had the Haswell too at one point in time, but right now it's been surpassed. Let's see. Wait, is Waddy in chat? Oh yeah. So yeah, Waddy, I don't know how much you have to spend. If you have like, I don't know, 500 bucks, you could do a pretty solid upgrade to a 10th gen i5. The more you have, the better you can get, right? So what motherboard? So look up, you can use PC Part Picker if you have trouble, but just look up whatever affordable B460 motherboard you can find. That is what pairs with 10th gen Intel, and you're gonna be looking for the 10400 or 10400F i5. So hopefully that helps. And this cost you $630? Dang. Yeah, this is definitely not worth $630 now. Hopefully you bought this a while ago. But okay, next up we have, oh my goodness, Kevin Go, the moderator in the house. All right, your Pentium 4 build, winky face. Look at this. Compact, dude. My first like PC gaming experience that wasn't Math Blaster, that was like actually like a decent gaming experience, was on a compact Presario. I don't remember what the model number was, but it was also a Pentium 4 single core, like 3.14 gigahertz or something like that, if I remember correctly. All right, it looked kind of like this. I mean, I feel like people will pay an arm and a leg for one of these novelty keyboards because it's so old. Look at that. There's guaranteed to be a ball in this mouse. Actually, no, I take that back. Optical was starting to come around at the time. I'm curious, Kevin, is this an optical mouse? Optical or laser, or is this actually a rubber ball mouse? But dang, look at that BIOS screen. I mean, to be fair, some stuff within the last like 7 or 8 years still had this, so I mean, isn't this is dating back to like 2005, 2006-ish, isn't it? No, maybe even before that. Maybe like 2004. He's got a rubber ball mouse. No, I mean, I don't think this is... And you got what looks to be a CRT monitor. Wonder how heavy this thing is. If I had to guess, maybe like 40 pounds? 45 pounds? Yeah, 2002. Okay, so even older than my guesses. Okay. Let's look at the inside. Oh, man. Look at that bare metal case. Unfinished, untreated. Cable management. I don't know how much you could really do with cable management back in the days. Like, everything was ketchup and mustard. No one really cared, or the companies didn't really care about like braiding everything. We got Is this daisy chaining Molex connectors? Oh no, we got a Molex to... Actually, no, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a Molex connector in that graphics card as well. Is this even still usable? What operating system is on this thing right now? Look at this old cooler though. Yeah. I'm curious what you could even do with a system like this in this day and age. Yeah, what OS is on it? Ketchup and mustard. Yeah, is this running Windows XP? Windows ME perchance? Okay. But yeah, I mean, aside from this being old as balls, I don't have much else to say about roasting it. Except, let me see. What's going on with the wallpaper here? Is this your house? I'm trying to think, like, this looks like a PC that you would see in like an Asian grandparent house. Like, they never upgraded it. Their children bought that for them for whatever, like 10, 20 years ago, and it's just sitting in the corner there. It still works, but it just sits there unused. I was trying to look at the wallpaper saying, is this like an Asian household right here? Like, is this at your grandma or grandpa's house? But I'm not really seeing any Asian aesthetics there, though we do have ripped wallpaper here, so I don't know what's going on with that, but you know. Windows 3.1, wow. Can you not show Andrew Watkins, you should be able to show sold listings on Jawa. When you search the categories, there should be a thing to show the sold stuff. It should be defaulted to show it, and you can turn it off if anything. But yeah, Andrew Ngo, thank you for the throwback submission. Okay, we got Drebler again, Drebler Gaming. So they got me on the big screen. So they're watching with the other members of the podcast. It looks like. You guys are actually watching me in the living room. First of all, I feel honored. But second of all, I don't think I'm worthy of people sitting around a couch watching it like theater style. But thank you for the support, as always. Okay. Next up, we got Gallic, which... Oh, I need to update the description to put your name. Let's see. Also, please put your YouTube username in the tweet so I know who you are. Yeah. From chat. Okay. Save. You got 60 FPS in solitaire. I'm gonna challenge you, Kevin. I'm gonna say, how can you prove that it's 60 FPS? Can you connect the monitoring software to it so that you can see how much FPS it's actually getting? Can you have an FPS counter pop up? Or are you guessing? Because it could be running like less than 60 and you may not even know it. So until I see a Riva Tuner MSI Afterburner overlay on solitaire, I'm not believing 60 FPS. But alright, we got Gallic here. This is the first build and they are a teen. Teen spans all the way up to 19-year-old. So a 13-year-old building something is very different than a 19-year-old because one of them can actually have a full-time job and pay for stuff and the other can't. But either way, this is the first build. Price was $400. GTX 750 Ti. Intel Pentium Gold 6400. Is that hyper-threaded? We got a super chat, Han Studio. Thanks for the 79. That's euro. Wait, nope, that's not euros. That's pounds. Thanks for the 79.79 pounds super chat. I appreciate it. All right, so let's look at the Intel G6400. Is this two cores, 4 threads? Okay, so it's not that bad. 16 gigabytes of DDR4. What generation was this again? 2020. Where's the socket? LGA. Oh, okay, LGA 1200. Okay, so it's like 10th gen. 16 gigs of RAM for $400. 500 gigabyte SSD, 240 gigabyte SSD. Got an H410. It's all inside a dark flash. Man. Alright, we're roasting, right? Why do I feel like this case costs more than anything else in the build? Like the Pentium G6400 is only, that's like a 50, 60 or $70 CPU, right? Yeah, 750 Ti. I guess during the pandemic the price went up, but those were like 40 or 50 bucks, not like pre-pandemic. I guess RAM is like 60-ish bucks. SSD is like 50, 30 on this SSD. The motherboard's probably, it's an H410, so that's probably like a $50 to $60 motherboard. So yeah, I feel like this dark flash case, let's see how much this thing is. Did you just spend more on your case than any other part in this build? On Newegg, this dark flash case goes for not in stock. Great. So it's hard to reference, but I would imagine it's a $60 to $70 case. I cannot find it anywhere. Wait, M21. Yeah, I can't find it anywhere. Dang. Other than that, your build, is that dust? Okay, is everyone seeing this? That looks like, so they got a silicone power supply, not power supply, an SSD. It looks like there's dust in it, and you see these fingerprints. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this right here. How did the dust pattern get on it this way? Did you open this up and like place this SSD in here without dusting it? So that's where these fingerprint dust came from. It looks like the inside of your case is very dusty, so I would suggest you to blow it out, or at least wipe it or clean it if you can. It looks like there's dust back here on this tray too. What else we got? That's the only picture that we got, so that's my roast for it. But other than that, I mean, for a young builder, 400 bucks, not bad at all. Definitely need to upgrade that graphics card though. 750 Ti is getting pretty old. Okay, so all right. We got some memes. You put all the other info. All built in COVID was 13, upgraded to a, no, nice. Okay, perfect. So you upgraded that G6400 to a 10100, very nice. And you have a 1060 in there. So that rounds out the system way better. Thanks for the update on that. And when you're 13 at the time, and COVID's been like, what, 2 years? So you're 15 now? Yeah, that's very solid specs for it. Okay, so next we got Toka at Ronald, PC part picker list. We have a 10400F, B560. Okay, we're already paying for 115. Looking at this build right now, I mean, I would personally say go up to the 12th gen if you can. But let's see what the 12400F is costing. You can get a 12400 on, dang, what the, did the price just go? So Newegg has them for 200 bucks. Dang, where's all the $170 12400Fs at? F's in the chat, if anything. Oh, we got, okay, 180 on Newegg, 180 on Amazon. I would pay the additional 30 for it. I would pay for that because, yeah, this isn't priced badly at 150, but I guess you can get a cheaper motherboard, but there's no, like, you can get a B660, there's like a handful of B660 boards now you can get for like 120 or less. So I would pay the additional 30, though. If for whatever reason you cannot move your budget, then this isn't horrible by any means. I'm just saying personal preference, I would go up. You don't really need this thermal paste. It looks like you're using the stock cooler anyways. Yeah, the stock Intel cooler comes with pre-applied paste. You could save yourself the $7, put that towards the 12400 if anything. You don't need this right here. Let's see. So then, yeah, you can get a B660 motherboard, everything else. You got 32 gigs of RAM in this system, and you got an RX 6600. So this is, so for me, I guess, what is this? 110? RAM's what, like 60 bucks right now? Yeah, I would choose 12400, 16 gigabytes of RAM over 11400, 32 gigabytes of RAM, if that makes sense. You could definitely get half the RAM capacity. I know you're setting yourself up, future-proofing yourself. But if you can afford this, I should think you should be able to afford another 30 bucks up here. But then you've got yourself the RX 6600, which is fine. Deep cool matrix case, matrix is fine. EVGA BQ. Okay, so for this power supply, I talked about this in the newest video. So this BQ power supply, there's nothing wrong with it. I built with it plenty of times in the past. The Asus Tough is what I mentioned in my latest video, and I think those are going for cheaper too. Asus Tough 650. So, power supply. So this is what I would... Did the price just like spike on this, or are they sold out? What the heck? Okay, if that's the case, then there might not be another option. Oh, Newegg has them. Wait. How much are these though? In the example in the video, so this is 750. Oh, wait. Platinum Micro. Okay. This power supply is going for 60 bucks. So one, it's cheaper than this EVGA one. It's cheaper by 10 bucks. But also, it's a slightly better power supply. Again, the EVGA one isn't bad. It's not going to burn your house down. It's not super inefficient. It's not going to destroy your parts. But this one has a slightly better platform. If you look at the PSU tier list and go into the spreadsheets, this one would be definitely the better buy. Yeah, so if you're just looking at the overarching rankings, this is a B tier and this is a C tier. Again, Gamers Nexus also looked at this one in their latest PSU review, the 650 BQ, I believe. Either that or the 750. No issues with it. Testing wise, they're fine. It's just you could get better for slightly cheaper here. So hopefully that helps. Everything else though looks fine in the build. And then you've got your monitor. But yeah, this is all pretty solid for just like under 1100 bucks. So think about the RAM. If you want to keep it, I would still suggest upping this, and then changing out this power supply for the Asus Tough. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Okay, so we got Pastrami with the cat picture, setup review. We got the specs. All right, so let's take a look at the specs. 165 hertz monitor, 1440p. Okay, so you got some big D gaming here. Well, you got 240 hertz monitor as well as your secondary. You got the higher refresh rate, lower resolution as the secondary. You got 10 700F, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte NVMe SSD, triple fan 3070, Asus Tough B460, and a Cooler Master Hyper 212. All right, here is the setup. Let's take a look at all this. We got vertical monitor setup going on. We do have you. I love that you guys pull me on the stream to show that you're actively watching. Thank you very much. Seeing myself on here is pretty cool. And then you have a third monitor that's a TV up top. Okay. Oh, drink water. Yep. That's what I'm doing. Thank you for the reminder, though. Let's see. So we got... Oh, man. I'm not going to roast the setup or build. I'm going to roast your picture-taking ability. This is not a result of someone having a horrible phone or like an old phone. This is a result of not being able to stay still to take a picture, which I am going to feel bad if you do have some condition that causes you to shake uncontrollably. But for now, I'm going to assume that you don't, because you took a semi-smooth picture here. So just wanted to cover my bases. Like, I'm not trying to be like ableist or anything. But, yeah, if we could have gotten a sharper picture with slightly less blur going on, that would have been great. You got yourself a pink build here. Let's see if we got any better shots on the side. Here we go. Now we got the flash turned on and it's sharper. You see the big difference? I know this is low light, but low light doesn't mean automatically blurry. This is camera skills right here. But you got it in this picture. You got the flash on. We got coins on the desk here. Like, do we have any pride in our setup here? Are we just... And we got just pens. What is it? Is this an Apple charging cable going underneath here? And maybe used tissue? What is this? Anyways, looking at the build itself. Yeah, the build looks fine. Usually with tempered glass though, especially if you're using flash, like, we're seeing way too much reflection here. Is this homework? You got homework you're showing on the side here? Were those the 3 pictures, or were those all the pictures? Yes, those were. Yeah. Let's see. So in terms of the specs, obviously you have solid specs. Um, anything else to roast about this? And this is pastrami. Yeah, pastrami. I'm a comp sci major. Just got notes everywhere. Yeah. Again, honestly, when I roast everybody, I'm also honestly roasting myself because my setups are like on par with everybody else. My setup is not like great and amazing either. But yeah. Thanks for the submission. I mean, you have solid specs and your monitor setup. Yeah, and then you said, yeah, you are a comp sci major, so that probably explains the vertical screen. Very nice though. Thanks for the submission. I do appreciate it. Giving me something to do on the stream. All right. We have a meme from Drebler Gaming. It says, when they try to charge extra for RGB. Okay. So, Drebler made a meme template from this picture. This was from a stream like 2 Black Fridays ago. And someone sent me a knife. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was. If you're in the chat right now, please sound off. The person that sent me the knife though for unboxing, because I didn't have like a consistent knife. So I unboxed it, and apparently at some point this was a screen grab from that stream. And yeah, apparently it's a meme template now. So if y'all want to use this, Jason, if you could send that out to people in the blank template, or if it's on a website already, let's see what people can come up with the memes. But let's see. All right, we got Hunter Tatum. All right, we are at the 1 hour mark. I think I'm gonna. This might be this has to be the last one. Actually, I gotta help with dinner. But this is gonna be the last one. We did get through quite a bit today. Yeah, we got through well over like maybe like 15. Yeah, we got through a lot. But this is gonna be the last one because I gotta go grab dinner. But we have Hunter Tatum with this. Oh, what the heck? Is this Twitter's doing or... Okay. I'm also going to critique Hunter's photo submission skills. But let's look at the specs first. Ryzen 5600X, RTX 3080, very fat, beefy card. 32GB of Corsair Dominator RAM, NZXT Kraken, Z73. Okay, so pretty high end. You got the Lee streamer cables. You got a Corsair 1000 watt. I'm guessing that's like an RM power supply. Samsung 1440p, 144Hz. So yeah, you got... very nice all around. Build looks very nice. This looks like you opened up your picture from Instagram on your phone, took a screen grab of it, and then submitted it. Because we got some weird aspect ratio going on. We got the black bars on top and bottom. I see something down here. It looks like a scroll left, right type thing. But yeah, the picture is so shrunken down because it was submitted as a phone screenshot, it looks like, and not an actual picture that was taken. So I gotta look at this tiny picture. But taking a look here, you do have a screen or a tablet in here that you posted. See, and the viewers don't even see this in front of them. They're seeing it even smaller because it's part of the stream. So now they gotta get their magnifying glass out to look at this. But let's see. Yo, okay, I could have sworn NZXT has the ability to rotate this. You all can't see this on stream, probably, but this is slightly crooked at an angle. I thought you could rotate this. You should be able to rotate this like up and down. So we got some alignment issues on this. How you gonna have a PC that has this crazy, like a RTX 3080 in it? We got these crazy Lee RGB like streamer lights on the power supply cords. You got a high-end build, and we can't even clock the rotation of the LCD screen on the cooler right. And then in this one, you gotta clock this way too. So we're gonna need a little bit more effort with the photo submissions. What else can I nitpick about this build? Honestly, I think that's about it. Obviously, it's a sweet build. Like, anyone would be glad to have something like this. Yeah, Hunter Tatum, thank you for the submission. Hopefully you enjoyed the roasting. Send better pictures next time. Okay, so we're at the part of the stream now where I still like the last hour, I've been going like ham at the submissions. I didn't have as much time to hang out with chat. So as always, we're gonna spend the last 5 to 10 minutes chilling with chat. I'm gonna focus my full undivided attention on the chat. How are y'all doing? These 2 hours go by so quickly for me. I don't know how it feels like on your end, but like for me, it just goes away in like a snap. So I'm having a ton of fun doing this. Tonight's stream with the roasting was very fun as well. As you can tell, my roasting skills aren't the best, and always I want to follow it up with kinder words of encouragement. So yeah, that's the closest to level. Oh my goodness, if this is the closest to level, you need to, because I know these coolers, they come with the that interlocking thing that mounts to the motherboard. Yeah, you gotta turn it at least one more notch then, because that is pretty bad. I didn't even realize that you could notch it in a way that when it clicks into the locked rotations, there's like a misalign. Like I've only ever set this up like vertically aligned. So wow, yeah, definitely I would redo the mounting, maybe move it slightly one over or something. Yeah, it looks like your tubes are coming in at an angle. So yeah. Hunter, do you have a bad neck and need attempts crooked? Yeah, can't lie, I'm just chilling in my bed on my phone at 3 a.m. after jet lag from being holiday. Which holiday? Easter? 45 degrees is not close to level. Definitely not. This might not be 45 degrees though. I think in this picture, it looks, I forget, do these crank at 15-degree intervals? Or are they actually 45 degrees? But it might be a 30-degree or something in there. But, yeah. Easter, okay, got it. Kevin Go says, use Fightcade to play online classic arcade fighting games online with people like Street Fighter, Tekken. Whoa, this is free? Fightcade, huh? I'm down to play some Marvel vs. Capcom or Street Fighter. Is this legal? Online retro gaming. Interesting. I'm guessing this is kind of like similar to Smash, where it's like emulation with like some online interface built in. Fightcade, okay. I'm down to check this out. Let me actually bookmark this on my main browser, and we will take a look at that. But thanks for the suggestion if anyone is trying to play some old school retro fighting games. I have no clue on my, it's like I've tried everything. That is 90 degrees on the oh yeah, that's the only thing about the software. The software honestly should let you like choose any 1 degree increment of rotation. NZXT needs to get on that. Maybe I can talk to my contact over there and see if they can do anything. But yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time. Obviously your computer is functional and you can see the temps just fine. It's just a very nitpicky thing, obviously. Like, it's all aesthetics, it's not performance. Shane Eslick asked, what's for dinner? So Melissa asked me to pull out thin beef strips, very thin ones that you would find in like pho or like soups. I don't know what she's planning on cooking with it. It's just defrosting right now though. So I don't hear any cooking going on upstairs, so I think I'm going to be a part of the cooking process. So yeah, I have no idea what's for dinner. I didn't even cook rice, but I think we have rice left over from the other night. So yeah. Master Tingleton says, it triggers your OCD. Yeah. Yeah, but maybe it doesn't trigger Hunter's OCD. Let's see. Waddy says, hey, so I did a PC part picker thing. What thing did you do? Bro, how much for the 1060? I've got a GTX 750. You should be able to get a GTX 1060 for like 150 bucks now. Prices are coming down on that. Oh, by the way, first of all, I'm gonna replay Craig Lilly. Craig Lilly, this is the message that also plays when people get they renew their membership. And Craig Lilly renewed early yesterday actually, and got the 6-month membership badge. He's got that plus ultra green no badge next to his name. So thank you for the 6 months and ongoing support. Like, It means a ton to me. We've got a ton of people who are rocking the gold, silver, and bronze badge, but yeah, he's one of the few people who are, he's basically in every stream that now rocks the green badge. So congrats, Craigs, and thank you for the support. Let's see. Kevin Ngo posted a 3080 on Amazon for $9.99. Okay, so that's the same price as what we saw on the EVGA website, right? Oh, is that the 12 gig one though? Yeah, so I think what you have to do is actually undo the cooler hunter, and you have to find a different notch. And I think you might have to move it so that the tubes come in like at a different angle. Yeah, just move it one notch and change the rotation, because there's definitely a configuration that does get it aligned. Yeah. Yeah, so you bought a 2021 MacBook Pro 16-inch. Yeah, so that's the thing about MacBooks over definitely like Windows gaming PCs is their battery life is ridiculous and they last forever. I know people who use MacBooks like that are like 6-7 years old and still don't run into any issues, whereas Windows PCs and laptops in general tend to start getting slow by that point. And then the water reminder. Galax says, should I have just the 3050 instead of the... Oh yeah, a 1060 at 180 versus a 3050 at 250. I'm 3050 all the way. You're getting a 2 generation newer card. You're getting features like DLSS. You're getting additional years of driver support on the tail end of the card's life. You're getting better resale value. The 1060 is gonna drop to $100 like very soon here, and below that once crypto people get rid of their stock. So yeah, I think the 3050 is gonna retain its value for longer. Yeah, Craig Lilly says thanks, you can now unsubscribe. I don't know what happens when you unsubscribe. I think you'll get the membership badge until the end of the month, and then afterwards they'll take it away. But I think when you come back, it'll still be there. So if you need to take a break, you know, it'll still be there. But please, I'm trying to help a friend who is trying to sell his i3-9100F 1650 PC for $600. That's kind of pricey. A 1650 9100F is like a $450 to $500 max PC. Yeah. Brett asked what I think of the new iMacs. I don't have many thoughts about the new iMacs because I don't follow Mac news. But let's take a look. New iMac. Is this it right here? I think I might have seen MKBHD tweet something about it. This is the new iMac. They're doing all the color stuff so far. Starting at $1,300, you get 7 vibrant colors to choose from, which, I mean, honestly, they look very sweet. Where are we talking about specs-wise, though? I would probably, yeah, I'd go with the green. We go with the green iMac here. Yeah, so, I mean, it looks thin as heck. Where's the specs? Apple. You got specs? Tech specs, here we go. It's a whole different tab. Alright, up to 2 terabytes of storage. Doesn't mean it comes with it. So it's $12.99. What the heck? It goes up $200. What the heck does a 256 gigabyte SSD model come? What does that even mean? Apple, what are you doing? What kind of hard drive does this come with already? Or does it come with a spinning drive? In what world should there be a $200 difference for a 256 gigabyte SSD? And in what world would there be a $400 difference here? What? Oh yeah, again, happy 420. Today was 420. I'm curious who partook in 420. We can do a visible poll. Don't worry. You're not gonna get in trouble if you say yes. 420. That's how they get you at Apple, because I'm pretty sure this thing's a pain in the butt to open up. So like to do it yourself, to upgrade the SSD yourself and to like do the OS transfer would probably be inconvenient for a lot of people. And then they're really trying to pull this garbage. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on it. Aesthetically, looks cool. Price, obviously, I mean, aside from the iPhones, a lot of Apple stuff is overpriced. And you can even argue the iPhone is pretty overpriced, but yeah. It's a soldered one, I bet. Yeah, I wonder if they have multiple slots for you to easily add an additional one, or if it's one slot soldered. They screw you like that. So the drive is not user replaceable, and if you change the drive, it needs to be formatted. Yeah, that's the thing about changing the drive. Yeah, you gotta format. Like if you just take an Amazon drive in it, you have to either clone it or you gotta format it specifically for Apples, right? Ugh. Galax says, if you sell your PC, honestly, that's hard to say because the market's going down right now. Wait, if you're selling your PC, you're not going to keep the graphics card that was in it though, right? That PC probably isn't worth any more than $400 if I had to guess. I've seen a few crypto miners try to ditch their setups, but crypto mining is still profitable. Yeah, I mean, it's still profitable, but at some point, it's going to be more profitable to get rid of their cards now than when everyone else is doing it. You got to beat the rush, because once everyone starts doing it, it'll tank the price. So let's say you have 100, okay, that might be too many. Let's say you have like 10 to 20 cards in your mining rig. 20 cards, if you can sell right now and get $50 more for it, you can get $1,000. Versus, I don't know how slow it is to mine $1,000 right now with like a 10 to 20 card setup. Let's see. Is $300 for a 3050 good? No, we saw them for $250 tonight. I wouldn't pay much more than like $275 personally for RTX 3050. I would say get the one from EVGA directly for $250. You're currently getting a deal for 21 1TB. Wait, what? You're buying 21 1TB 860 EBOs. Those are the 2.5-inch drives. So be careful. Those aren't worth as much. I mean, they're used to, I'm guessing. They're probably, actually no, they're probably worth that still like $70. So 70 times 20, I mean, yeah, if you could move them, that's the only issue, Andrew. Buying bulk like that, like, do you have systems you can throw them into so you can mark the price up to 70 or $80? Or are you gonna sit on them until 1TB drives drop down to like $50? Like, you know, if you can move them relatively quickly, then yeah, you can grab them. A good price for a 3060 is like $350 or below, which tonight, oh no, a 3060, I'm sorry. That's gonna be like $400 or less because they're not going for MSRP for whatever reason. Yeah, $400 or less for sure. You don't know why 3050 is worse than a 2060. It's just because the incremental upgrade or the incremental leap from the RTX 20 series to 30 series wasn't as good as what we've seen from like the 20 series from the 10 series or the 10 series from the 9 series. So it used to be your next upgrade up would be equivalent to the next SKU in the stack, if that makes sense, from the next generation. So like a 90 or a 1050 used to be similar to a 960. 970 used to be similar to a 1060, but we're not always seeing those like even blows now. Kind of scary how fast CPU prices are going down. That's right. But again, Master Singleton posted that article. Kind of scary how if the Ukraine or like the conflict or the war between Ukraine and Russia keeps going on, if the neon supply does affect supply chain, we could be seeing spikes in anything that requires silicon. So manufacturing of it anyways. So yeah, it's going down now, but it could go up. We'll see. When am I going to do the weekend gaming stream? Honestly, I don't know. Just because ideally within the next month. But I'm a little bit worried of how much of a showing the weekend is gonna get. But we'll see. I don't know if people are more busy or less busy on the weekends. Like, so we'll see. Yeah, it'll definitely be like Saturday morning, like kind of early morning, probably like 9 a.m. West Coast time, maybe 8 a.m. even. I want to do it before, and so it doesn't conflict with the rest of my day and like me and Melissa, like our time. So it would have to be in the morning because usually she sleeps in. So that'll let me wake up, get energized, and be ready for the rest of the day. So we'll see. But it'll be an early morning stream. For East Coasters, it'll be fine. It'll be like, 11-ish. People around the world, hopefully it'll be a better time. So, yeah. Is the 6600 XT better than the 3060? It is. It is. So it goes like 6600, 3060, 6600 XT, and then 3060 Ti. Then the 6700 XT, then 3070. Oh yeah, and we're just talking about rasterization, but okay, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys had a great stream. I had a great stream. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. If you're celebrating 420, hopefully you have a great rest of that. It looks like not many people are celebrating it. Only a third of people in the polls partaking it. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your weekend. The video this weekend, I've been working on it for a few weeks now. It's a long, extensive video. It's gonna be in partnership with Jawa. Hopefully you guys show up to that because it'll mean a lot to me. I put a lot of time into it. And then there's gonna be a follow-up video from that as well. So look forward to that this weekend. But other than that, yeah, I'll see you in the comments of that video on Twitter and in next week's stream. So take care, everyone. Bye.